The death of the renowned ancient Egyptian leader, Tutankhamun, often referred to as King Tut, has remained an enigmatic historical puzzle. King Tut's life was tragically cut short at just 17 years of age, leaving experts puzzled about the circumstances surrounding his demise. Various theories have circulated over the years, but recent research suggests that the true cause of his premature death may have been uncovered. One expert claims to have unraveled the mystery shrouding King Tutankhamun's death. Born as Tutankhamun, his name was chosen to honor his father Akhenaten's belief in the Aten, a singular god. Tut's mother was also his father's sister, resulting in inbred DNA that left him physically frail. University of Tübingen geneticist Karsten Pusch explained in a 2010 National Geographic interview that Tutankhamun was not a robust pharaoh. He had physical weaknesses, including a clubfoot, requiring him to use a cane. Inbreeding significantly affected his biological and genetic fitness, typically weakening the immune system and increasing the risk of malformations. Despite these challenges, Tutankhamun ascended to the throne of ancient Egypt at the tender age of 9 during a tumultuous period in his country's history, stemming from his father Akhenaten's reign. Akhenaten's controversial decision to introduce monotheism by worshipping a single god, the Aten, or sun disk, earned him the moniker the heretic king. However, when Tutankhamun assumed the role of pharaoh, he reversed his father's religious reforms and altered his name accordingly, removing the homage to the Aten. Tutankhamun faced the daunting task of repairing the damage inflicted during his father's rule. Akhenaten had led Egypt into economic turmoil and allowed diplomatic relations with other kingdoms to deteriorate. Tutankhamun, as a preteen pharaoh, had to navigate this challenging landscape and rebuild his nation. While there is evidence of his successful diplomatic efforts, including gifts from other kingdoms found in his tomb, Egypt still experienced conflicts under his rule. Notably, confrontations with the Asiatics and Nubians are documented in the inscriptions of his mortuary temple in Thebes. Tutankhamun further distanced himself from his father's legacy by re-establishing Thebes as Egypt's capital and demoting and abandoning Akhenaten's city, Akhetaten. He also relocated his father's remains from a tomb in Akhetaten. King Tutankhamun's life was marked by physical frailty due to his inbred DNA and the challenging task of undoing the controversial reforms introduced by his father, Akhenaten. Despite these difficulties, he took significant steps to restore Egypt's stability during his reign, leaving a lasting impact on the history of ancient Egypt. Following his death, King Tutankhamun's body was transported to its final resting place in the Valley of the Kings. These actions further solidified King Tut's hold on power, a rarity among ancient Egyptian rulers who often gained reverence only posthumously. King Tutankhamun, however, had devoted worshippers who praised him long before his passing. Temples dedicated to him were constructed in far-flung locations, allowing people to seek his forgiveness for their sins, regardless of their geographical distance. Despite his apparent popularity among his subjects, King Tutankhamun's reign was relatively short-lived, lasting less than a decade. Throughout his life, he grappled with various health issues, standing at only 5 feet 6 inches tall and having a physically unique frame. Experts have speculated about potential syndromes or genetic conditions contributing to his distinctive physique, although none have been definitively confirmed. Matching his short stature was the small tomb where his mummy was laid to rest. Typically, pharaohs would have grand, extra-large tombs for their eternal rest. King Tut's relatively modest burial place indicated that his death was unexpected, and there was insufficient time to construct a more fitting tomb. In ancient Egypt, there was a customary 70-day waiting period between a person's death and their burial. However, this timeframe proved insufficient for the construction of an appropriate tomb for King Tutankhamun, raising the possibility that he was buried in a space originally intended for someone of lower status. Although King Tut was highly esteemed during his lifetime, his death became a topic of discussion for centuries. As time passed, the location of King Tutankhamun's tomb was forgotten, and subsequent burials of significant Egyptian figures further obscured it. Workers even built their quarters directly above the tomb's entrance, creating a complex challenge for future archaeologists. For many centuries, King Tutankhamun's name faded into obscurity, with no records created about him after his death. However, British archaeologist Howard Carter, driven by his childhood fascination with Egyptian antiquities and experience with Egyptian artifacts, embarked on a mission to find King Tut's tomb in the Valley of the Kings. With Lord Carnarvon's financial support, he made the groundbreaking discovery in 1922. Carter's dedication and meticulous excavation efforts played a pivotal role in reintroducing King Tutankhamun and his treasures to the world, reigniting public interest in Egyptology. He carefully cleared away centuries-old debris to uncover the tomb's entrance, and his famous exclamation upon peering inside, "Yes, wonderful things," became iconic. Inside the tomb, a breathtaking array of treasures awaited discovery, including thrones, archery bows, food, wine, and even linen underwear. The most stunning finds were within the inner chambers, where King Tutankhamun's mummy rested within a stone sarcophagus. Nested coffins, with the innermost one crafted entirely of gold, concealed the teenage pharaoh. The crowning jewel was the 22-pound gold mask depicting the Egyptian god Osiris, celebrated as an iconic masterpiece. The tomb's outer was heightened by the legend of a curse linked to it, as exemplified by Lord Carnarvon's death 5 months after its discovery. However, only 8 out of 58 present during the tomb's opening met such fates, challenging the curse's validity. The mystery of King Tutankhamun's death persists. Historical records offer no definitive information about the cause of his demise. While malaria was a long-standing hypothesis, alternative theories emerged, including murder due to skull fragments. In 2013, a theory proposed that King Tut died in a chariot accident that crushed his frail body. Egyptologist Zahi Hawass suggested he died in a chariot accident 2 days before his demise, with the injury leading to a fatal infection, confirmed by DNA testing. Numerous theories persist, but the exact cause of King Tutankhamun's death remains elusive. Forensic Egyptologist Sophia Aziz introduced a novel theory, suggesting his death may have resulted from injuries sustained in a chariot accident due to reckless behavior. Despite ongoing quests for answers, the enigma of King Tutankhamun's untimely death endures, with hope that advancements in forensic technology may eventually unveil the truth. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and press the bell icon for regular updates.